Oh, hey, you guys! I want to show you something that I found recently. Check this out. Look at this. This is the artwork called the Spoliario. Pretty cool, right? It was made by Juan Luna, and it told the story of the gladiators being dragged into the basement of the Colosseum. I wanted to show you guys this because visual arts is just so fascinating. I mean, think about it. Visual arts essentially is a way of communication, right? Visual arts is an art form that expresses emotions, meaning, and messages through visual aspects such as drawings, paintings, sculptures, photographies, and murals, and even many more. Now, let's take a look at a pretty iconic painting made by Edward Munch. The Scream. The Scream by Edward Munch is clearly trying to portray a certain feeling, a feeling of fear or the sense of dread, while on a walk. Kind of like the feeling that students feel when they forgot to do their assignment. You know what I'm saying? You see, visual artworks are done with so many elements, and they are created with the intention of fulfilling their principles. There are so many ways to spot these elements and principles in visual artworks because they're simple. Visual artworks are composed of many different elements, namely lines, shapes, forms, colors, value, texture, and space. So, you know what? Let's get back to the Scream painting real quick. Now, as you can see, it's made up of so many elements. It's so intricately done. We can see the different shapes, colors, the swirls, and many more. They are all used to work together to create the feeling in the painting. Not necessarily just the aspect of our eyes being pleased by the art, but the message that it conveys that pops up even more. Now, if it's not yet clear, right, what exactly are these elements? What do they mean? It's actually pretty simple. The principle of visual arts considers key aspects: the balance, the contrast, emphasis, the pattern, the proportion, and overall unity and harmony of the piece. Essentially, the elements just ensure that the artwork looks and feels pleasing to our naked eyes. The Starry Night painting. Wow. Starry, starry night. What an iconic piece, right? By Vincent van Gogh. It uses such a pleasing blue vibe. It has so many shades of blue in it. Blue palette with a perfect balance of the values in the painting, It makes use of space so effectively to emphasize the starry, nightly blue sky. And the overall unity of the elements, it just brings out such a peaceful feeling inside when you look at it. One of the top-notch paintings out there. Even recent people nowadays, they know about this painting. And generations before that know about this painting. That shows the effect that it has because of the elements that made it look that great. Man, oh man. Visual arts is such a beautiful way of expressing oneself. Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said and shown, let's all open up our hearts to others. Through visual arts, we can be able to spark inspiration, even make certain connections. You can talk to one another, not even by verbally speaking, just through visual arts. Think about the beauty of that. Let's keep on tuning in to more visual arts.
Beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now,
Have you been there for a while? Do you know what I'm watching? It is actually a product of media arts. But what on earth is media arts? Well, according to Alberta University of the Arts, media art refers to artworks that depend on a technological component to function, and this encompasses any communication device used to transmit to store information, such as sensors, circuits, video, film, and sound. Moreover, it is made or distributed using digital, electronic, or mass media technology. So, you might be wondering, what are the elements under media art? Just like we mentioned in visual art. Well, according to Australian curriculum, there are 7 elements in media art. And this includes, number 1, composition, which is the strategic arrangement of visual elements within the frame, including framing, shot selection, and overall layout. Number 2, time. This is the control of pace, duration, and sequence that shapes how a narrative or experience unfolds. Number 3, space. This is the depiction of environment and depth through the use of foreground, background, and off-screen areas. Let's rate the first 3. I know you're already tired of me, so I pass this phone to someone you haven't seen before.
Oh, come on!
Okay, so let's move on to number 4. The fourth one is sound. This is the use of dialogue, music, effects, and ambient audio to create atmosphere and convey meaning. Don't worry, I'm almost done. Number 5, movement, which is the motion of subjects and the perceived movement produced by camera techniques or editing. Number 6, lighting. The lighting is the manipulation of intensity, quality, shadows, and color to establish mood and direct focus. And last but not the least is color, which is the intentional use of color to evoke emotion, create contrast, and define visual style.
For easier understanding, cartoons and animations that you've watched when you were still a kid are an example of media arts. When you've grown up, films, icons, infographics, banners, posters are another example of media arts that you normally encounter in your day-to-day life. Additionally, virtual reality experiences, games, radio shows, and TV programs are another example of media arts.
Media arts lets you tell stories, share ideas, and bring your creativity to life.
Every video, sound, and design you create is a way to show off, inspire, and connect with others.
Therefore,
Keep learning
keep creating,
and let your playful mind lead the way.
She was a fairy.